Hey guys, Mike Dillon here from Foxpro. Today we have the Wicked Ridge Outdoor Boys here with us. They're going to give you a tour of the place, but before they start the tour, so the question is, how did Foxpro start? You know, where did the idea come from? You know, and that's, you know, Foxpro has a really cool story. It's an American dream come true. You know, growing up, my dad was an electronics engineer. Our garage was basically a makeshift lab that he had all of his stuff in there, his spectrum analyzers. He used to make neophyte receivers, you know, a bunch of different things that he's done. He's had a passion for electronics since he was born, basically. I mean, he would be 8 years old and he would be working underneath a shade tree looking at QST magazines and things like that. So he has a real passion for electronics. In fact, his first job was at the age of 12 years old. He came from a family of 9 brothers and sisters, and he had to go to work to help the family out. And that first job at 12 years old was fixing TVs. So it gives you just a little bit of idea of the passion that he has for electronics. So this isn't just something that he won overseas or something and made. This comes from a real passion that he has for electronics. You know, me and my brother, growing up in this house, we used to go fox hunting with our next door neighbor. You know, 8, 9 years old, going fox hunting, and back then in the day, you use these heavy tape players, heavy boom boxes to take out in the woods. Well, we just so happened to walk into the lab one day carrying this heavy equipment, and Dad looked at us and said, "There's got to be an easier way for you to take sound into the woods." Well, that day gave the birth of the idea of Foxpro, and it's something he started to work on over the years, and got some prototypes put together, and then he had one that he thought would finally work, but he didn't have any molds or anything to put it in, so he went down to the local Walmart, found a Rayovac flashlight housing, and brought it home, and lo and behold, everything fit, put the speaker in, and the first Foxpro was born in the Rayovac flashlight housing. Where do I see Foxpro in 10 years? You know, that's a really good question. If you would go back in history 20 years ago, I've been working at Foxpro now for over 20 years, you know, I never knew we would be to the point that we're at today. You know, but like all markets are going to mature, and they're going to be cyclic, and they're going to go up and down. So we're going to follow where the market takes us. You know, right now, the predator hunting industry, I would not say that it's growing like it used to, but what it is doing is that the predator hunters are becoming more educated, so they want units with more features. So obviously we're going to be delivering those features that those advanced predator hunters want. So that's one thing that Foxpro is known for, you know, coming out with features that no other call has. So we'll continue to do that. But who knows, down the road, you know, we've got a lot of other ideas, you know, in other markets that we may decide to get into to take advantage of all of the capabilities that we have here. We've got engineering capabilities, we've got manufacturing capabilities, we've got shipping capabilities, you know, so we'll be able to take advantage of all of those things and be able to put them to good use in future products as well.
Okay guys, so when you walk in here to Foxpro, you're going to walk up to the front desk and you're going to meet the lovely lady Sue. She takes care of everyone's needs when they come in here, and if she can't take care of it, she'll get somebody else to take care of it. Sue, so for our viewers, what do you do in the back here when people walk in? What do you normally do? Like if somebody comes in, let's just say they're asking for a new call that came out. How would you take care of them if they wanted to purchase a new call?
If they want to purchase a new call, I call someone from our inside sales group. They come to the lobby to help.
I got you.
Now, if it's a repair, then we have a separate repair department that takes care of that.
Okay guys, you ready to go on a tour? I told you we got the Wicked Ridge Outdoor Boys here today. Got Avery behind the camera, we got Braden here, and of course you guys know my son Zach, you know, so we're gonna give these guys a tour around Foxpro, show you what an average workday looks here at Foxpro. Walk this way. So first door you come into, this is our sales department here. If you have to call in and take a retail order, we've got Guy here. Zach is normally here. I think he is off today, so Guy's manning the station here by himself. So you call into the retail, you'll be talking to Guy or Zach. So this is our retail sales department. Come this way. We've got the wholesale department in here. You guys know Abner Druckenmiller. This is Shauna. Shauna's been with us for a long time as well too. You know, that's one thing I'll say about people at Foxpro. We have some awesome employees here that have been here for a long time with us. And we're proud of the people that we have working behind the scenes here that you may not get to see all the time, but I can tell you we've got some of the best employees that anybody could ever ask for.
I'm currently the director of sales. I've been with Foxpro for almost 13 years, going on 14 years. It started as the video editing and video department and advertising manager, which transformed into a marketing manager. Did a lot of the video editing, packaging design, things like that. But now I'm in sales. After spending 10 years in marketing, I'm now the director of sales here. So we deal with I have 3 rep groups. We have 2 in the US, 1 in Canada that we manage. We have obviously some of the sales employees in here from the retail sales perspective, also dealer sales, and we handle international accounts. So that's what my main responsibility is. We also do the Foxpro Hunting TV show, where we're instrumental in providing some content there to support our product line and also some of our sponsors and partners. Currently, sales with new X Series products are doing very well to our specifications, and we got a late release on them, but the word out in the marketplace right now and the use in the field is what's really driving that. So people waited a year to get those products, but what we're seeing now is a market where they were very well needed and guys are having great success with them. So sales are starting to pick up. We got the tail end of the season, Predator season. We had a month or 2 to capture with those sales, but they did turn very well.
Continue now this way. I think the next place that we want to go is if you think about how the process starts, going to be the engineering guys. So we'll walk back in here, see if any of them are back here. And one thing you learn about engineers is they're not the cleanest people. You can see the mess that we have around. Don't show all of this stuff. Don't want to show all the competitor stuff. But this is where Chuck sits. Chuck does a lot with our parts. He does like all of the PC board layouts. So any new product that we come out with, he'll do the PC board layouts, get all of that stuff done so that we can actually get board orders. He's in charge of keeping up to date with all the newest parts that are available to us that we can incorporate into the products. I don't know where he's at right now, but maybe you'll get a chance to see Chuck. You can take it back here. So this is one of the newest employees at Foxpro. This is Jeff. Everybody meet Jeff.
Hi.
So Jeff does a lot of our software stuff. As you know, these things are all controlled by microprocessors, and you need to do software code. So every single feature that you guys know about on the Foxpro have to have code written behind them. And this is a guy that's responsible for making sure that all of that stuff takes place in the units. He sits behind a computer all day. He's got an easy job, right? Everybody can write software code, right?
Not too hard,
they can't. So it is a very, very tedious job, but it's very, very instrumental in making sure that we have the best features out there backed with the best code. So Jeff takes care of all of the code on all of our new stuff and upgrading code on existing things for code revisions. So he does all of that for us here at Foxpro. Here we have Dave Landis. Dave Landis is another one of our engineers. You can see he's working on one of our new products. So anytime we release a new product or release new molds, we've got to have CAD drawings. We've got to get the designs done on them first so that we can go get the molds made for them. And that's what Dave does for us. Dave does all of the drawings, the designs, you know, everything on some new units. It looks like he's working on one of our new decoys right now for a new unit that's coming up that you guys don't know yet. But
It's top secret.
top secret stuff, that's right.
Yeah, but you're exactly right. That's what I do.
Yep. So without Dave, you wouldn't have any of the new molds or anything neither. So that's...
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest things with Foxpro is we engineer everything right here. We do everything from start to finish, and that starts with, you know, coming up with conceptual designs or coming up with ideas. We brainstorm them here. We bring it over to the engineers, and we get creative with it. We try to work on these things. So, you know, that's one of the biggest things. We can do the engineering, but it's not just the engineering that's done here. We do everything here. We do everything once the boards are designed. Then they'll go back. We're going to go next to the surface mount machine so you can see where the boards are spun, where they're done, and then we'll go back onto the assembly, into the manufacturing, showing you how they're made, and then out the shipping department. So we're really fortunate to have everything here done under one roof and proudly made in the USA. Let's head back to surface mount now. What's up, Nate? Guys, we're back here in the surface mount machine now. If you look here, we have a bunch of equipment in here. Once we get those boards done that are designed up in engineering and we get them in, they come back here first. So this is where a Foxpro is basically born right here, starting with the boards. Walk over here. We have these machines that are running all day long. We got 2 of them actually. This is called a surface mount machine, pick and place machine. It actually is going into all of these reel of parts and placing them on the PC boards. This is just one of the PC boards that we're working on right now, but every PC board that is put into any Foxpro product is done right here on these machines. You know, once they get off of the surface mount machine, they have to go in through the oven, which is over here. You'll place the boards into the oven here, so you're basically, I say, you're baking the parts onto the boards. In other words, the solder that's put on the boards, they go into here, the solder flows out to all of the components, heats them up, and gets a board that's ready to use. Bring it out here on the other side. And then they'll come out looking like this, which after they're done here, now you see these 2 scopes here. These things are all manually scoped to check for any solder shorts or any leads that may not be right before they go out onto the production floor. So if we could find anything here first, before it goes to the production floor, we could fix it before it even hits there. Everybody say hi to Nate. Nate's the one that runs the machines back here. How long have you been with us for, Nate?
15 years.
15 years. You know, you're gonna find a lot of that here at Foxpro. The employees that we have been here a long time. You know, we're proud of the employees that we have. We got some of the best employees out there, and you know, they've been with us for a long time. So we're proud to have people like Nate here working on your units that have been with us for a long time. So Nate, thank you.
Yep.
Now we're going to go up to where some of the other things are done. Once the PC boards are done and completed, they come over to the manufacturing side so they can begin to transform it more into a Foxpro product. And we'll show you how that's done. Here we have some ladies working on some stuff. I don't know what they look like. They're working on some jacks.
Toggle switches.
Toggle switches. What are these toggle switches for?
Mine are for the CS24s.
CS24s, Krakatoas. She's working on some of that stuff right now. She's doing some toggle switches also. So these are just little things that we have to do to get these parts ready to put on the circuit boards to, again, make a complete Foxpro. We'll keep coming here. Walk back here.
Hey, Eve.
Oh, we got Nancy back here. Nancy, what is Nancy working on?
Well, nothing very exciting. I'm bending caps for that, like over there. These caps need to be put on here, and they have to be bent. They come through this side, you solder them and trim the ends off. So we sit and we bend and get them ready, and that's just what I'm doing right now. But they go in the Infernos and other boards too, but I'm putting them on Infernos. But they are directional. You have to make sure the little white line is to the right.
So if she doesn't get the right line to the right, you're going to get a unit that's not working, and you can come back and you can blame Nancy for that.
Yes, but
Nancy, how long have you been with us for?
I have been here for 15 years.
Another long-term.
Very happy and lucky to be here.
Yep, Nancy's been here for a long time. She's been a great employee of ours for a long time too. So that again just shows you how long some of these guys have been here. All right. Now we're going to come back in here and see 2 ladies again doing some more work. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
You're on camera right now. These are the guys from Wicked Ridge Outdoors. We're giving them a tour of the place, show them how the products are made. So what is it that you ladies are doing?
We are kind of doing the beginning process of prepping the remotes.
Prepping the remote controls, and it looks like she's working on some dead bone remotes right now. She's putting the overlays on so that we can actually get the keypads done, or get the remote controls done for the dead bones. Yep. And looks like she's doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. So we got them working on the dead bone plastic right now back in this room, getting them ready for assembly. Hey guys, you've seen from the surface mount machine. Now we're over on the production side, and this is Tom Steele. Tom is our production supervisor. Tom, how long have you been with us for?
Going on 17 years.
17 years. Another long-term employee. Again, I know I keep saying it, but I can't say enough about the employees that we have working for us. You know, got a lot of long and dedicated employees, and they're the backbone of everything that we do. So I'm going to let Tom take you over around this side and show you about what happens over here.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'll show you. We'll start in the beginning and then we'll work our way through. You started in the back, then you would have seen the boards being made on the SMT machines. They would have went through PTH programming. Now we're adding the final touches. We're putting on potentiometers, speakers, jacks, wires. Everything gets put on here. After she gets done, everything, we have all the speakers and stuff added to it. And then Carrie takes it to the next step. She's actually hooking it up, turning it on, testing it, making sure everything works the way it's supposed to before we actually put it together, so that we cut down on the failures. After you put it together, then you don't have to spend the man hours and stuff to take it apart and things like that. So, and then after here, we'll go right back around to where you guys were before. This is what they call final assembly. These ladies take the boards that you just seen being tested, and she puts them into a case. Everything here, especially if you watch her, everything here is put together right by hand. Nicole's been with us about 10 years now?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Whoops. Nicole's building a hammer jack. And just doing NX4s.
So Tom, when you guys are building calls, let's say you're starting with a new brand new call, you're starting it, how long does it take for that call to start till completely finished?
Depends on the caller. If you take like one of our lower end units, we'll say a Patriot, you're looking at about 27 minutes start to finish. That's from board time in the back to the time it's tested and boxed up.
So what about the new Foxpro X-Wave?
That one is about, I think it's 127 minutes right now. But it's because of the learning curve on all the new stuff, because we're actually building all those speakers and everything here now. Instead of having the speakers brought in, we're actually building the speakers here. So that time's coming down.
So for a day of Foxpro call making, how many calls do you think are made here in a day's time, in a work period day?
Depends on the calls we're making. Because we have, I think, 19 different calls we build here, so it depends on the build schedule. Normally we'd probably be running, we'll say a week's time. I'd say somewhere around close to 2,000 units a week.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Now, once the units are done here, then they move across the hall to final testing, which is what Kelly does.
Hello.
She takes it and does its final test on it so that we make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. Sound lists are uploaded, everything's done before we take it to the back and have it actually put into a showroom box and then into a master carton, shipped away to be sold at some low-key store somewhere. Test. This is one of the new units. This is the X1. And this is Kathy Rothrock. Kathy, how long you been here with us?
Almost 18.
Almost 18.
Officially, longer than that. In the basement.
Yeah, the basement counts, so it's over 18 years.
But she's doing one of our new units, the X1. She's doing the final test on it.
Well, we started with 3, actually started with 1 dad, and now we have over 60 employees working here.
Now, once Kathy got done testing the units, she brings them back here. Denise takes them from just being the unit. She matches them up with a transmitter, batteries, chargers, manuals, puts them in the showroom box, puts the showroom boxes in a master carton. The master carton goes out to the warehouse.
Kayla's actually working on the honey pots. As you know, we've got turkey calls now, and we get them in and we box them up here as well.
Well, these are backer cards. These ones here that will go face down. And then you just get your honey pot or whatever. In this case, it's honey pot. I would bittersweets. We do them too. You just put them in creases here, right here in the mold, and then you'll come back and get your strikers or in blisters. And you just go in, and then you get the back of the blister. Just slide that right over top. And then you get the back of your card, line everything up. Just like that, you slide her in. After about 5 seconds, it'll come out. It's all sealed, ready to go.
Hey guys, another thing that we do here at Foxpro is we have our own marketing and video department. Some of you guys are familiar with Foxpro Fur Takers TV show. That was all done in-house. Now our big push is to do it on Amazon Prime and Roku and these things. So this is the department here that makes this happen. This is Andrew Meyer. Andrew's in charge of the department. He does basically make sure, what is it you do, Andrew?
Well, a little bit of everything. This is some of the more boring stuff. This is ad work that we're doing for on social media. So we used to primarily handle the production of Foxpro Fur Takers on the Outdoor Channel. But as we phased into Foxpro Hunting TV on YouTube, we're doing more things in the department. So the production of Foxpro Hunting TV has been handed more off to Maddie, and now I am working more on kind of, having my hand in that to a degree, but now I'm focusing more on the advertising aspect of stuff. And a lot of that is exploring how we can promote our stuff on platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Roku, Amazon Prime, things like that. So in this room, that's the majority of what we have going on.
Guys, you got to meet Maddie. If you've watched Foxpro Hunting TV, then you saw her work, because she's basically doing all of the editing and everything for Foxpro TV. And I remember when she came as an intern. She came from Juniata College. She came here as an intern and turned into a full-time job for her, and I got to say, she's doing an amazing job. So thank you, Maddie, for all your years of work. And now you guys can put a face to the person who does all of your editing. In fact, looks like she's editing something right now, so why don't you take a snapshot of that? Want to show them what you do, Maddie?
Yeah, so right now I'm working on a hunt with Al Morris and Bob Morris in California. That was in December. Because I'm the only editor, I'm a little bit backed up on footage right now, so I'm still making some progress there. But this week I cut and posted the first show from that hunt. I suppose we'll probably end up getting 3 or 4 hunts out of it, just based on the footage. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do for the majority of my time, is go through footage and edit everything together and pretty much post everything that anyone sees on the Foxpro YouTube page. So.
And what's nice now, when we used to do Foxpro Hunting TV, or the Foxpro Fur Takers, she'd have to take a whole show like this and make that all into one show. And the beauty of going to YouTube and things now is that we can shorten those shows down, because you tend to lose somebody after 6 or 7 minutes. People's attention span goes down, so we're able to create shorter videos from the same amount of footage that we did before, and that's what she's doing.
Yeah. I aim to make things about 6 to 8 minutes long. It seems that we keep the attention of our viewers longer for a video when they're 6 to 8 minutes long, as opposed to the 22-minute shows that we did for the outdoor channel.
Yep. That's just some of the changes going on here at Foxpro. Back into the shipping department. Things get put in the master cartons, and then we'll put them up in the warehouse racks. As you can see, this time of the year, you're going to see a lot of empty racks because we're coming to the end of our season, and we're building. As we're building, we're shipping them right out the door. Come here at the end of the summer, these racks will be full as we prepare to get ready for the next season. You know, so we'll put them in here, and then everything comes in here, and then get shipped out from here. Nathan. Nate is our shipping supervisor, jack of all trades, master at none. We seem to have a lot of those around here.
Ping pong champion.
Ping pong champion, Nate, right here. Nate, how long have you been with Foxpro?
14 years.
14 years.
Started as soon as I got out of college.
Right out of college, came here. And what did you do when you first came here?
I was in packing. Started at the lower level, worked my way up.
And now you're a shipping supervisor.
That's right.
Doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you guys ever have any shipping errors, this guy right here is the guy that you can blame.
Not anymore.
He's got people that take care of that now. So that's it, guys. Basically, you saw from start to finish, everything ends up here. The trucks come and pick the stuff out and ship them out. So that pretty much does the tour here at Foxpro. You know, if you guys have any questions on what you've seen, you know, make sure you check on Wicked Ridge Outdoors, answer the questions, and they can get with me, and I'll be more than glad to answer any of the questions that you may have. But make sure you give these guys a like on Facebook, on YouTube. These guys are doing awesome things. So stay tuned to what they're doing. We've got spring gobbler season. We've got fishing season right around the corner. So they're going to be putting a lot more cool videos up, and make sure you check them out.